Like, I'll never make fun of anybody who meets someone now. Like, one of my friends would get on, like, you know, the dating apps and all that kind of stuff. You know, I used to kind of make fun of him for that. Like, now I will never make fun of anybody anywhere on how you meet somebody, like, ever. Because I met someone at an airport bar on a layover, totally by chance. She tells it way more detailed than I do.
I was coming back from Australia. He was in Hawaii covering Washburn basketball. They had been like a day and a half delayed, so they'd gotten really sunburnt, really drunk the night before. I was sleepless because I had come back an 8-hour flight. So I go out on the beach and just drink a couple Mai Tais, and I go back to the airport because I didn't want to miss my flight. So we're sitting there in the airport, and I'm sitting next to this older man, and at this point in time, my brother wanted to be a basketball coach. And I realized that he had a basketball, like college, you know, polo thing on, and I realized it was a basketball team. So I was trying to pimp out my brother, and he kept saying, I don't know where Jake's at. I don't know where Jake's at. And I was like, I don't know who this Jake kid you're looking for, but if you need to use my cell phone, you can use my cell phone to call him. He's like, no, he'll be back, he'll be back. So then this like tall, goofy kid comes around walking over, and he's super cute, got the baby face, and we're sitting there, and I see him, he's like, oh, there's Jake, and I was like, oh, okay.
My initial thought was, oh, there's a cute girl sitting right next to all my stuff. That's pretty cool. Then I'm like, well, why couldn't I have like met her like on the way to the Big Island? You know, it's like, hey, if I could meet this girl now, I'm here for 5 days. Then, you know, I could actually like see her. But instead, I'm meeting her when we're leaving.
So we start talking, and the Chiefs are playing the Broncos. So he's super into the game, just like my whole life will be now, forever when a Chiefs team is playing. But he's still talking to me. Focused on the game, still hearing every word that I say, and responding, which is exactly how life goes right now.
The conversation flowed so easy from the very beginning. She, as everyone knows, can talk to anybody. I can talk to anybody. So when you get two people who can talk, I mean, it was easy conversation. Like, you know, it just flowed so well. And so we're talking, and I could tell, hey, you know what, this is fun. You know, she's energetic. Doesn't hold secrets. I mean, she showed me Taco Bell gift cards 5 minutes into when we met. I showed her my sunburn. So I mean, it's like there was really no secrets there, and it did. We just kind of hit it off right away.
I lose track of time, and all of a sudden they're like, last call for flight so and so to Nashville. I'm like, that's my flight. I'm gonna miss my flight. So I ask for my check, and I tell Jake, I'm like, hey, if you're ever in Nashville, you should give me a call. Knowing good and well, he's not gonna be in Nashville unless he's seeing me, because he's obviously from Kansas. So he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I definitely will. And I was like, how am I gonna do that? So I thought he was just flirting, you know, being cutesy. Knowing Jake now, I know I probably should have been a little bit more direct. But I handed him my phone and said, I don't know, I guess you'll figure it out. He didn't take the phone. And he goes, yeah, I'm pretty resourceful. That's it.
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty resourceful. I'll find you somehow. Like, there's Facebook ways. I remember her first name. I remember she played volleyball at Rhode Island. Like, you could have Google searched her. And she, you know, did the whole like phone thing. And I didn't pick up on that.
I was like, huh, okay. Maybe I misread all these clues, thought we were hitting it off. But just in case, you know, you hear boys like don't pick up on clues very well, thought handing my phone would be a pretty good clue, but still wasn't. So I was like, okay, so I got my bill, and instead of signing like Lindsay Potts, I wrote in big block letters, Lindsay Potts, because that's the only way you're gonna find me, like Lindsay Potts Nashville on Facebook or anything.
But I was gonna pay for her drink, but she grabbed the check really quick. Now I understand why, because she wanted to write her name in big bold print, and she slid it towards me. And again, I was like, I don't know what you want me to do with this check. Like, I was gonna pay for your drink, but you already grabbed it really quick, and so I just slid it back to the bartender. Like, oh, okay, here you go, bartender. And he goes, I mean, what am I gonna use it? Like, how many people have actually looked at somebody's credit card receipt and read their name?
So instead of handing it to the bartender, I slide it to him and I like sashay away. Like I was strutting it. And so I did like they do in the movies, and I like look back to see if he's like longingly gazing at me. No, I see him get the check and do this and then hand it to the bartender.
And then she scooted on off, and I sat there, and immediately 2 people came by. I was like, hey, did you get her phone number? And I was like, no, I didn't. And they were like, you idiot! What the hell is wrong with you?
So the whole flight home, I'm contemplating, like, man, I must have just really read him wrong. He must be gay or taken. I'm not sure which one, but he's definitely gay or taken. So I get home, a couple days go by, tell everyone about the cute guy from the airport that I misread completely. And I find him on Facebook and add him.
And I didn't know what to put. And I was like, well, God, I don't want to come to, you know, I just want to, you can't just say, hey, or like, what's up? You know, so I didn't know. I just said, hey, airport buddy. Because she seemed like really nice. And I said, hey, airport buddy.
The next thing I know, I get a message from him. It says, hey, airport buddy. I was like, gay. He's gay. That's it. He's gotta be gay.
And I will never live that down. And she tells that portion of the story to everyone. Now looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, those are some pretty strong signals. And I came off as kind of pretty poorly when it comes to signals. She's the nicest person I've ever met. Like, she cares more about everybody else besides herself. And and her smile, like, just, that's the first thing I noticed about her. She's got just an infectious, like, smile that when she starts smiling, everybody else starts smiling. Like, when I first sat down, you know, at that time she had blonde hair. Like, she's not blonde right now. Like, she had blonde hair. And you know, and the first thing she sat down was, you know, and most people when you sit down at the airport, you know, no one's happy at the airport. Everybody hates flying. All they do is complain. And here this girl just turns around and she just smiles big. That's the first thing I noticed about her. And she is just the absolute nicest person. She cares so much about other people. And she, like, it doesn't matter. Like, she has so much fun in life. She didn't get embarrassed. You know, she'll go up and talk to anybody and have fun with anybody, go dance with anybody. I mean, she has no care in the world, like nothing, and she just floats like she's a feather in the wind. She just has a blast, and she's nice, she's fun, she cares more about other people than herself, and it doesn't get any better than that. That's like anybody would want to hang out with somebody like that. Anybody would want that. I mean, she cares more about other people than herself, and that's a rare trait in this day and age. That's really what gets me.
He has the biggest heart, and I guess I could say it's for everyone, but for me, like, he loves me more than anything in the entire world. And as long as I'm okay, he's okay, which I don't even know how, like, that's what makes it feel like whole. Like, having someone love you like that, and it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter, like, he just loves me. And not even anyone else. Like, he could care less. Anyone else falls down, I'll be crying for them. If I fall down, he's there for me. And so I think especially the way I am, and I'm such a giver with everyone, I'll give my soul to a homeless man on the street. But Jake gives me his. Yeah, I think that sums it up the most. He loves me so much. I always tell him, I was like, you keep me safe and I keep you wild. That's how we work. It's about the most true statement anyone has ever heard.